So hello everyone. Shall we start? Are we good to start? So okay. So in the last session we have seen manager economics. In those manager economics, we have already seen what is economics, basically what is economics was, and we have defined the term economics there. So what was the economics was, so that we have defined that, and we have defined the parts of economics, that is micro and macro. So this we have already seen. So I'll recall all those things for you. If you wanted, you can see. So basically, what does economics stand? So I have told you already. So that economics provides maximum utilization of resources to achieve the desired. So this means that we have to fulfill our desire by utilizing the resources what we are having. So in this competitive world, we have to see how we are utilizing our desires by achieving. So basically, this was economics, and it was basically divided into two part: micro and macro. So if you can see that in micro, so micro will stands for an individual. So if you are talking about an individual, so for this micro will be there, micro. And if you're talking about a firm or a country, so if you are talking about an individual or a firm, so for that micro will be there. And if you are talking about a country, so if you are talking about India, so how the growth rate is there, so how people are so the growth rate will depend upon the employability. So all those things we have seen in the last session. So we have seen the definition of economics also there, and we have seen the parts of the economics there. So this is all about we have seen there. So now in this session we are going to see what is basically management is. So in this session we are going to see what does basically management is. So are you having any doubt in those, in these things which we have discussed in the last thing, in the last session? Are any doubt, is there any doubt is there? Is there doubt is there? So okay, no. And Gaurav, you? Gaurav, Arpit? Okay, fine. So let's move to the management part. What does basically management stands for? Why management is important? So now I'm moving to the management part. So basically management, if I wanted to define management in one line, so it this is what managers do. This is what managers do. How he is managing the things to perform a task. So suppose a firm is there. So if I take an example of a firm, so in that firm, some engineers will be there, and after that engineers and managers are there. Then CEOs will be there. So CEOs will allot some work to the manager. The manager has to manage all those things. So he has under him some 11 or 12 people will be there. So he will assign some task to all the person. So if you take an proper example of a company, so some people will write code, some will be there in the back end, some will there to check that code. So and after this how the codes are running or not, so and they will report to the manager that we have done that task. So all those things depends on the manager. So this is what and managers do. Or if you wanted to give a proper example, so it also refers, so which it also refer to the people at the top level in the organization concerned with the decision making. I mean that if I'll give you an example for that. So suppose our college is there. So in that college, principal is in the top level. After principal, HODs are there, and then all the faculty members are there. So principal will be the decision maker. So whatever. So suppose I am taking the lecture on Cisco WebEx. So the college, the college will the college management will decide so which app will be good for you so that you can attend the lectures. So either they will tell you, so some the management has decided that either you take on the Google G Suite or you take on the Cisco WebEx. So who will decide that? That will be decided by the committee members, that will be decided by the managing members. So the principal will instruct to the committee members, so design a plan so that all those faculty member will take the lecture in a free way, so that in a single platform all those faculty member can take the lecture. So all those things will be decided by the committee members, the managing members. And who will make that managing members? The principal will make that managing members. So I have written there, it also refers to the people at the top level in the organization concerned with the decision making. So they are the decision making. So basically management means you have to make a decision. So if you have to perform some task, how you are performing that task, based on that the manager has to work. So the people at the top level has to make a decision. So so this is what management means. So in the present context, if you can see, the managing has become one of the most important areas of human activity. So without management, nothing will be possible. So suppose in your family member, 4 people are there. So your father will be the decision maker, either or mother will be the decision maker. So we will call it as an important context. So and of the important context of the human activities, and because of the increasing role of large and complex organization in the society. So if the organization is very large, so if group of 4 or 5 people will be there, so that they can make a decision. They will be the decision maker. So if any task has to be performed, they will be the decision maker. So if so when your midterm paper is going to held, when you are going to come into the college, all those things will be decided by the decision maker. So the college is the principal is your decision maker. So and in one line, because of the increasing role, the organization have attracted the attention of both academician to find out the solution for business problems. So whatever problem you are facing in the business, so managing group will be there. They will tell you to do that. They will tell you to how to act that. So this is all about the management. So I think it is clear. So now are you getting it? What does management stand for and why it is important? So is this clear to you? Okay, you can write in the chat box if you are having any doubt. Okay, so now we are moving to the manager economics. Why manager economics is important to study? Why we wanted to learn manager economics? So we have seen what is economics. We have seen what is what are the types of economics. Now we are moving to the manager economics. So wow, manager economics is important. So I'll write here the heading. What is manager economics? So manager economics. I'll write here. Manager. So whatever the concept, the principle, the method, the tool and technique you have learned in the economics, so I'll write the definition, then I'll tell you how manager economics is important. So the basically manager economics, so I'll write here. So आप अगर सीधे शब्दों में बोला जाए तो जब इकोनॉमिक्स के हेल्प से आप कोई टास्क को मैनेज करते हो, उसी थ्योरी को हम लोग कहते हैं मैनेजर इकोनॉमिक्स. आई राइट हियर द कंसेप्ट, the economic principle, concept, method, tool and techniques that can be applied practically to solve the problem of business management is known as manager economics. So basically this means that whatever concept, whatever tools, whatever technique which you have applied to solve a problem in the business, so that is what manager economics is. तो अगर सीधे शब्दों में बोला जाए मैनेजर जब इकोनॉमिक्स थ्योरी का यूज करता है मैनेजमेंट करने के लिए, उस थ्योरी को कहते हैं मैनेजर इकोनॉमिक्स। सो दो जो मैनेजर होता है, जो भी इकोनॉमिक्स थ्योरी के को यूज करता है किसी भी चीज के मैनेजमेंट के लिए, उसी थ्योरी को कहते हैं हम लोग मैनेजर इकोनॉमिक्स। सो आई रिटन आल्सो देयर द इकोनॉमिक द कंसेप्ट प्रिंसिपल्स, the economic principle, the concept, method, tools and technique that can be applied practically to solve any problem। जो भी बिजनेस में प्रॉब्लम आएगा उसको मैनेज करने के लिए अगर हम इस टूल को यूज करते हैं, इकोनॉमिक्स टूल को यूज करते हैं, उसी चीज को हम बोलते हैं मैनेजर इकोनॉमिक्स। आई विल ड्रॉ अ फ्लो चार्ट फॉर यू, सो देन life will be more simpler for you। So let me draw a flow chart। So see, the first thing will be decision making problem of business management। Whatever problem which you are facing, so how we will deal with those problems, so whatever economics we have learned, so I can write here economics principle, concept and tool, and the application of this, the application of economics to solve the problem of business management। And last one is solution to the business problem। So basically, this is the manager economics flow chart। So it means that if there is any problem in decision making, if the person who is sitting in the chair can't make the decision, so what he will do? He will apply the principle of economics of concept and tool. Whatever he has learned in the economics, whatever the concept he has learned in the economics, that will be applied by him, and he will use the application of economics to solve the problem of business management. With the help of those applications, he will try to make a decision so that you can come out of that problem, and after this he will give you the solution to the business problem। So whatever business problem you are facing, so after that he will give you the that so I if you are now also, if you are unable to understand in a single line, I'll write you what is basically manager economics is, how it is simpler way, how it is very useful to get it। So if when in one line I have to write here, so I'll write here, so it is the study of, it is the study of, it is the use of, I think it is the use of, basically manager economics, it is the use of economics modes of thought to analyze business situation। So whatever you have studied in economics, so that mode you are using, so that you are using to analyze the business situation, so either your business is going in a proper way or not, so that is what basically manager economics is। And if some other definition if you wanted, so manager economics is the economic applied in decision making। So whatever economics you have learned, if you can apply in any decision, so that is what manager economics is। And if in a if out of the context definition, if you wanted to give, we can give like this, so it is a price theory, it is a price theory in the service of business executives। So whatever you have learned in the economics, that model you are going to implement, that is what manager economics is। So this is what you are going to learn in manager economics। So is there any doubt in manager economics? Are you getting it what I'm trying to say you? Is it are it is this clear to you? Okay, so let's move to what is the scope of managerial economics. Why we wanted to study this managerial economics? What is that scope? So I'll get back. So why we wanted to study these managerial economics? So I'll write here scopes of. So first of all, I write the headings. What are the scopes we are going to study? And one by one, I will define all those headings. So scopes of managerial economics. So first of all, what we are going to study, what is the, so suppose some organization is there. So suppose you wanted to start an organization, suppose you wanted to start in business. So what is the aim of your business? What is the mission of your business? What is the vision of the business? So first of all, I'll write the objectives of the organization. Objective of the organization. So one by one, I will discuss all those things. First of all, I'll write. Second one will be the resource allocation. So how we are allocating all those resources, resource allocation. Third one will be the demand analysis and forecasting. Fourth one will be cost analysis. Fifth one will be production analysis. Sixth one will be marketing strategies. So how we were going into the people mind, marketing strategies. Seventh one will be pricing policies. All those things we are going to discuss. First of all, I'll write. Eighth one will be profit management, and ninth one will be capital management. So before starting any business, any kind of business, so these things you have to keep in mind so that your business can run without any problem. So first of all, you have to see the what are the objectives of your organization, then resource allocation. Third will be the demand analysis and forecasting. Fourth will be the cost analysis. After this, products analysis, then marketing strategies, pricing policies, profit management, and capital management. So let me discuss one by one. So now after these things will be more clear to you, and you will have a proper idea. So why we are studying managerial economics and what are the scopes of managerial economics, how it is important in various things. So I'll write the first thing is objective objectives of the organization. So for this, I'll write here. So managerial economics provides a sound framework by facilitating a business form to frame the objectives in short run and long run. That is vision and mission of the organization. So suppose if I'll take an example of our college. So if somebody wanted to start a college, so what or a startup or anything he wanted to start. So first of all, what you have to do, he has to define the vision and vision of that organization. So either he is looking for a long run or he is looking for a short run, either he is looking for making more profit or he is looking for a proper business. So all those things has to keep in mind. So first of all, अगर किसी चीज को हम start करें, so we have to keep in mind what will be our objective, what we wanted to basically do, what will be our mission, what will be our vision. So those things will be in our mind, so that we can easily define the mission and vision of the organization. So all those things should be in our mind. So so this is the first part. So basically the objective of the organization. Now moving to the second part, resource allocation. So second part is the resource allocation. So for this I have to write here, manager provides the method effective resource allocation. So what are the resources which we are having? So with that resources, if the firm can run or not, if you can successfully earn your money back or not. So what will be the aim for? So it mainly aim at achieving high output through low and proper allocation. So with that resources, are you achieving high output or not? So are you getting, means if suppose uh, one pen is there, so if you are making that pen in the low cost, so are you getting your money back or not? So this is all about the resource allocation, and so basically what it will tell is, so it will provide the effective resource allocation. It mainly aims at achieving high output through the low and proper allocation. With that proper allocation, are you achieving your aim or not? So this is all about the resource allocation. Now I'm moving to the third part, which is demand analysis. So if you are starting any business, so first of all you have to see in the market demand analysis, demand is there or not. So that is demand analysis and forecasting. So it means that a business firm converts raw material into finished product, and these products are sold in the market or not, are sold in the market. So suppose you have made some product, so you have to see either these products are getting sold or not. So अगर आप कोई चीज बना ले और उसको बनाते जाए और बिक नहीं रहा है, तो ultimately नुकसान आपका ही है. So what you have to see, you have to see that if you are making some product, are people are interested or not. So so you have to analyze all those demands. So how many people are interested? So based on that, you have to produce that product. If demand is more, you have to produce more. So support if you can take an proper example now. So COVID vaccine is there. So the demand of COVID vaccine is more. So what we have to do, we have to make production more so that everybody can achieve, everybody can get that vaccine. So whatever product you are making, you have to see the product is in the demand or not, either people are interested in it or not. So all those things you have to see. Now the cost analysis. So are you getting any doubt? Is there any doubt whatever I have told you, all those three things? Anybody has having any doubt? Okay, so now moving to the cost analysis. So basically, cost analysis is you have to see how much money you are making using for making that product and how much money you are getting back. So basically, every business firm wanted to get profit from every business. So I'll write here, every business firm want to reduce cost. Why they wanted to reduce cost? Because if they will reduce, suppose two pen are there in 10 rupees and 12 rupees, if they are investing 8 rupees and they are selling it for 10 rupees, already they are making profit of 2. In this, if they are making from 10 rupees and selling it for 12 rupees, they are also making 2, but the customer will go for this 10 rupees because this is of low price. So you have to analyze the cost. You have to see how you have to see how you have to put that cost. You can't be so greedy, so people will not be up to you. So I'll write one more thing. So a study of economics. So with the help of stock economics, so I'll write here a study of economic cost and their estimates are useful management decision. So management will be there so that they can evaluate all those cost means if the product is of high cost, how much earning you are getting back, all those things, how you will get this, all those things you will get based by analysis and by doing the analysis of the cost. Now the next thing is market analysis. So this is very market strategies. So this is very important. So I'll tell you how it is. So like I'll write market strategy. So market strategy. Suppose in the ad you can see all the cricketers are there, all the stars are there. So if for a small product, all those people are doing the ads. Why they are going for those cricketers and star? Because they have a huge number of fan following, and because of that people will be interested more to see them. If your favorite star will do some ad, so obviously your mind will be there, okay, he's doing this, so it might be good, so you will opt for that. So this is what basically market strategies are there. So there so these strategies you have to keep in mind. So whatever product you are going to sell, so after making production and all those things, so how to sell this product, so you have to apply the market strategy. So I'll write here for market strategies. So manager economics provides marketing strategies like product price, place, and promotion. So if promotion will be not there, so people will not be so nobody will know that this product has come into the market. So if some movies will be released, so the star are coming into the different, so for the promotion purpose. So why they are basically coming, so they are promoting their movies so that people will know that their things are going in the market, so that everybody will be interested. So marketing strategies is very much important. So now the next part is profit management. So if something you are selling, how much profit you are making? So ultimately, why this business, all those things is done, because to make a profit, to earn something. So the primary aim of any firm is maximum profit. So what they wanted to earn maximum. So for this they are doing the marketing strategies, cost analysis, production analysis, all depends on the profit. So what I can write here, the cost, the revenue, the cost. So if any product is there, so how much cost they are spending there, what is the revenue they are generating from this all in, and the effects of it, internal external factor, and the effect of internal and external factor. So how much cost, how much profit they are making. So all those things depends upon the profit management. So this is all about profit management. Now we are moving to the capital management. So capital management implies planning of acquisition and control of capital. So how we are selling, all those things, that depends on the capital management. So what we have seen what is the scope of manager economics. So how the demand will be there, how production will be there, how cost will be there, how we were advertising, how the pricing system, how the resources allocation will be there. So all those things we have seen here. So now we have to see what is the importance of the study of manager economics. So what is the basic importance of the manager economics? So all those things we have discussed. So I think it will be helpful for you. So in the next session, we will see what is the importance of the study of the manager economics. So this is all about today. So we are going to meet on Thursday. Our next session will be on Thursday. So thank you for today's session.